Pat McAfee, Dan Orlovsky absolutely clown themselves when it comes to the tush push. It is getting to the point where I don't think there is anyone in NFL sports media that's even worth listening to in any way, shape, or form if you are a Philadelphia Eagles fan. So I want to take a listen to a couple of things. And there's also, it's wild. I never saw this angle during the game or anybody complaining about this fumble, but it makes me question the narrative we've been hearing. I've been saying all along, yeah, it was a fumble and they got it wrong, but it has nothing to do with the tush push. But we're going to get to that in a second as well. But I want to play a clip here, a little bit of Pat McAfee talking about it, and then Dan Orlovsky as well. And then I'm going to react to that and something else I want to show you as well, which we'll see in this video. And I'm curious what y'all think as well, because I hadn't seen this before.
Every time they run the play, they cheat.
Oh, man.
Every time they run the play, they jump off sides. Nobody ever calls it. It's a point of emphasis. Hey, can't be doing it. Everybody's got to be on the line of scrimmage. We've got to make sure we're not jumping off sides. You're calling on everybody else. You're not calling on Philadelphia Eagles. And then yesterday, or as Dan Orlovsky says, this was egregious. Now, the original tweet that hit the internet that everybody saw said the whistle was blown early. Whistle was never blown. They just actually went back. Whistle
It's
wasn't
a great play.
Whistle wasn't blown until Thibodeau had the ball in his hand. So, whistle is not blown until, right there. After he has the ball. You know?
Wow.
Yeah, so they said it was a stop of forward progress, which is why they called it, but he's the one lunging forward. So what we think happened is that the refs actually thought that was a goal line.
Yes.
And it was like, nope, that's a touchdown. Go ahead and just keep it moving. And we've heard a lot of New York expedited review dropping into people's ears saying, hey, this ain't right, we can fix this. They didn't do that here. So now everybody's saying Philadelphia Eagles are on the take. This is exactly what we've been saying about the tush push. And it's going to continue to get real loud, especially as these plays continue to happen. Now, did this ultimately decide the game? No, but it even happening, AJ, I think people are like, this can't be real life, especially with all the conversation around it already.
No, I thought this was a fumble for sure, but you knew they weren't going to be able to change it because of how they do the stupid rules and whatever. They say that the whistle was blown, even though it wasn't. Now,
Yeah, there's the point. This is what really pisses me off about that. You could say the call was wrong, and I've been saying it's a fumble. But although I want to show you something, if I can, I'll go back a little bit because this is actually wild. While he's talking about this, that we'll see here in a second. And I'm going to blow this up so you can see this. Is all the stuff they're saying has nothing to do with the tush push. That is what pisses me off. That's what makes me think they are lying, and they know they're lying, or they don't know football at all, and they shouldn't even be having these conversations, or certainly shouldn't be people that we are listening to in any way, shape, or form in terms of an analysis of the game. Forward progress and that whole thing with a fumble, or even whether a guy is down and then keeps going and gets a first down, that has been something of which we've seen plays that are gotten wrong or calls that are gotten wrong all of the time. It happens all the time on all plays. It's not a quarterback thing. It's not a tush push thing. It happens with running backs. It happens with wide receivers. It happens with tight ends. It happens with kick returners, where you see all the time where it looks like a guy's down, and sometimes officials or it does happen with quarterbacks on passing plays as well, especially good scrambling quarterbacks, right? Where they blow the play dead. We've talked about that. I mean, that's a rule now where they blow a play dead because it's the quarterback. It's the whole in the grasp thing. And yet you see big quarterbacks, athletic quarterbacks who get out of it, but the whistle has already blown. So are we going to eliminate passing plays? Is that what we're doing? Because this is the mentality that they're using. This is the level of logic, second grade logic, I guess that Pat is using here, that, because it happened during this play, it's the play that is just too damn hard to officiate. So we got to get rid of the play. Okay, we got to get rid of passing because the in the grasp thing, we see so many guys with it. There's a quick whistle and the quarterback gets out of it. Or, Jackson Dart with the forward pass thing, where that was clearly a fumble, but it went against the Eagles. But no one wants to talk about that. We'll talk about pass interference and how difficult that can be, and whether a ball is catchable or not. All these plays that are so difficult, situations that are so difficult to officiate, but no one ever says, "Oh, we got to get rid of that play." Now, check this out, folks. I did not realize this, but let's see if we have it here. We're watching in slow-mo. All right, let me back it up just a little bit. I can see now where you could make the argument that Jalen Hurts' forward progress has stopped. And you could say, yeah, they probably shouldn't have, because then he goes forward. But
Is exactly what we've been
here's the
saying
thing,
about the tush
Pat,
push. And
right here. All right, when we get to this right here, watch how there's a stop, right? There's a hesitation, there's a stop with Jalen Hurts where he's holding the football, and then he gets pushed and he pushes the football out.
about the tush
But
push.
but
And it's
right
going to
there,
continue to get real loud, especially as the
right there, and I'm going to talk over it. We don't need to keep hearing Pat, but you could see it right there where Jalen Hurts momentarily right there has stopped. Now he's also short of the first down. Okay. So it would be a turnover, but you could make the case. So you could say they got that wrong, but you could make the case right there, and can't see it as good of the angle right there, but you can make that case that Jalen Hurts is stopped. His forward progress stopped right there. Yeah. So I'm just saying that it's not as egregious as I thought. And then, of course, Pat asked Dan
play,
Orlovsky
but the
about it.
Eagles yesterday as a whole, Dan Orlovsky.
Well, on this play, the NFL's lucky that it doesn't really have an impact on the game, because if it did, there would be massive uproar. I've never really had a passionate take or
Uproar like the BS pass interference we had called against us in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs that cost us a chance to win the game.
feeling on either side of the whole tush push thing. But after watching this, I'm out on it. I can respect it and appreciate for everything that it's, been accomplished and whatnot. But we can't have this play in football where it's clear and obvious fumble to every human being that has ever watched a game. But for some reason, in a whistle and whatnot, it's
Now, well, let me back that up. Again, I'm going to watch Jalen Hurts here.
every watched a
You can
game.
make
But
the case
for some reason, in a whistle and whatnot,
right there. He's down.
It's
Forward
just
progress.
a play right now that I think is impossible for officials to defend fairly, I guess, or equally. So this play for me is got to be one that we move away from.
And see, again, there it is. And this is why I'm like, Dan, I cannot. You bring into question anything you say at this point. I have no reason to listen to you on anything else, because you're either lying or you don't understand what is happening, because all of the excuses they give us, they keep moving the goalposts. Didn't Sean McVay ran the tush push just the other day for the Buffalo Bills. One of the guys that they voted against it because of the whole injury thing. Remember, that was one of the things, the injuries. And then it turns out that there aren't injuries from the tush push. And then now it's how difficult it is because of, things like, none of this had anything to do with the tush push. We see forward progress called incorrectly all the time, fumbles called incorrectly all the time. So this is just the sports media hating on the Philadelphia Eagles and wanting to get rid of a play that they are so much better than every other team at performing well, I should say. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Really do appreciate it. I will talk to you in another video.